Another important topic from environment is primary energy. Now, when we talk about primary energy, it is an energy which is directly derived. It does not change its form. That means if I'm using coal, I'm using coal as it is. I'm not converting it into electricity. If I'm using wind, I'm using wind as it is. I'm not converting it into electricity. So any form of energy, if it is used in its raw form, in its original form, without any transformations, we call this as primary source of energy. Now, this primary source of energy predominantly is the one with fossil fuel dependence. So, fossil fuels are the one which actually take this into account, and most of the world's energy, nearly 95% of the world energy, directly or indirectly comes from the primary sources of energy. Now, of these, mainly it is the fossil fuel which is one of the major sources of energy, and we see a rapidly growing economy where the impact of this primary sources is further elaborated. Now, when it is produced, there is a total primary energy surplus that is seen. Now, this is converted into the final consumption. It could be in the form of petrol, diesel, it could be in the form of electricity, but there are certain losses associated to it. And the final thing that we get is known as the total final consumption. So, primary energy is the energy which is harvested directly from a natural resource without any transformation, without any conversion, and therefore it is called as a primary fuel. Now, this primary fuel undergoes a primary energy flow, and therefore there is a total primary energy supply which is governed. Now, this total energy primary supply, the total primary energy supply undergoes the total final consumption with certain amount of losses that can be seen, and this conversion in the technology or the energy flow is one of the important things that we need to understand. Now, of the total production, if we look onto the scenario, the crude oil, the coal and the natural gas accounts for some of the major proportions, and then you have minor proportions which include biofuels, nuclear, hydro, solar, geothermal and so on. Also, we need to understand that in the primary consumption model, in the regions of Asia and Pacific, we have seen a very huge increase. So, as I said, the BRICS nations, the proportion of the primary energy consumption has increased significantly. However, there has been a decline in the regions of Europe and North America, probably moving towards alternate sources of energy, and then the trend has been increasing in the regions of Middle East, South America, Central America and Africa, but that hasn't been that steep in terms of the total consumption that they do. So, this is a very important concept. Certain concepts in environment are highly in use these days, and therefore it's really important to understand those and have an in-depth understanding for concepts like these, because they become extremely important for your upcoming exams.